Hello, my name is Kareem Campbell from Lifetime Westchester. Right now, you're looking at a video of me doing some manual work on a client. She has some tight traps, and we're going to loosen that up before we do any kind of shoulder work. That way, any muscles that might be overactive doesn't get involved. So we're first doing that, loosening up some overactive muscles so we can get other muscles to engage. And this is the beginning of the session. At this point, what I'm doing is I'm releasing a muscle. You can't see it right now because my hand's covering it, but I'm using a small ball, soft, in order to get into the tissue. And we're looking to get the vastus intermedius. So it's kind of hidden underneath the top layer of quad, the rectus femoris. So you got to kind of move it over a little bit. We're just getting underneath that because that's one of those really hard muscles to get to. That way she doesn't have the knee problems that she's having, which this client in particular does have that. So we're just releasing it. And at this point, what I'm doing is I'm getting a hamstring group, the muscles on the side. You're going to say the lateral hamstrings. I'm not going to get too technical. Those muscles on the side are also causing some knee imbalances. So I'm just getting the corner edge. And we're going to move over. We're going to do the same thing, same muscle. And you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. You see I have this slanted, and I'm compressing into that muscle to release it. And also similar, but not exactly the same, I'm going to get the inside of the calf, which is overactive. I'm going to release that, create some stability in the ankle joint. A lot of this is coming through my assessing. At this point, we are able to do some dynamic warm-up, stretch, because we worked on those other aspects of the joint. She can have more stability when she does her step. So she's going to step, she's going to reach over, you're going to stretch the lats along the side and the obliques on the same side. So she's going to do a little stretch, lats and obliques, and the hip flexor on that one side. So we're going to step, reach, stretch. So I'm demonstrating the plank without actually demonstrating it. I recently came from surgery, so I'm going to explain it without actually showing by going on the floor. So I'm telling her what I wanted to do, and she's going to get on the floor. So I'm going to cue her with tactile touch, and I'm going to create some visualization. So right now I'm just doing with touch. I'm adjusting her, getting the feet to be in the right way. And we're doing the plank. I always tell my clients we're doing the plank my way, which is to get the core engaged first and then move into the plank position. So right now I'm having her engage her core, and then I'm going to give her a little assist so she knows how to get into position. And there we have it. Beautiful plank. So if you're working a plank, which is the anterior chain, you're going to work the posterior chain. We're having her do a glute bridge. I'm having her place her hips in the proper position so she has the natural arch of her spine. A lot of people press their lower back into the floor, but we want to maintain a proper curvature of the spine. So I'm just cueing her so she actually makes the proper formation. Have her having her toes up so she engages the front shin muscles or the tibialis anterior. So now we're working throughout the entire kinetic chain. Here it's important that we work on some stability for the joints. So we're going to use a destabilized surface, not anything too crazy, just using an Air-X pad, which is enough stability, or instability rather, where she will have to challenge the joints in order for her to get the right type of activation of her muscles. So this is one of the modalities that you can use. You can regress, you can progress, but right now we're going to go right at her level. So this is where she's going to be. I'm going to start her with this, and we're going to give her something even more challenging once she's mastered this particular exercise. So all she's going to do is just stay still. She's going to engage her core, and she's going to engage the glutes, and she's going to stabilize. So all of this is to get her to work through her feet and travel through the hips and the core and the ankle stability. Now we're adding a little bit more challenge. She's doing a figure 8, so that creates a little bit more proprioception. The thing is, she's turning the ball over, so I want her to have something on top to increase the challenge. That way she's not turning the ball over, and it's forcing her to use her core just a little bit more and to stabilize herself throughout her kinetic chain. Well done. Now we are making sure that she maintains good flexibility. I want to make sure that when I am stretching her, I'm getting all of the mobility and the flexibility to be in place. So right now I'm helping her to activate her TFL, disengage the piriformis and gemellus and obturus muscles. Little unknown thing, and that is your core is more than just your abs. You have over 42 different muscle groups that comprise your core. So right now I'm just letting you know that we're stretching out the corner aspect of a hamstring, the semitendinosus and membranosus. And I'm going to get some calf in there. I'm going to stretch your calves out. Beautiful.